Shmuel Hauk.
Did you know that according to the multinational education company Pearson, the United States ranks 14th in education globally and 24th in literacy, while drastically outspending almost every other country on this planet? As a parent of three children in private school, I am familiar with the needs of my children and have done a lot of homework on what type of school they should be in. That is why I feel the federal government should legislate states to institute school choice into their educational program. I will show you that that school choice is good financially for the states, and also show you how school choice is good for the children because of the added competition, and also show you how school choice leads to innovation in teaching methods. First, I will show you how school choice is better for states financially. The states have instituted many different types of school choice. For example, the ESA, which is an educational savings account, in which the state deposits money into the account, and the parent is able to use it for tuition and other education-related expenses. Or a voucher system, in which the parents decide what school to send their children, and the government pays directly to the school. Or a tax credit scholarship, in which the parents pay for the tuition for the school of their choice, and at the end of the year are able to deduct the tuition in the form of a tax credit. Or a charter school, which is a privately run school that's paid straight out of the public school system of that state. According to the National Center for Educational Statistics, the United States spent over $620 billion on education in the school year 2012-2013. That comes out to roughly $13,000 per student, and in some states they spend almost $20,000 per student. But as we see, like in Wisconsin, and according to the School Choice Organization of Wisconsin, the state spends about $12,500 per student on education. And in the city of Milwaukee, they have instituted a voucher program that pays out between $7,200 and $7,800 per student, saving the state about $5,000 per student. And according to a report by Susan called Education by the Numbers, the 11 states that had some type of school choice between the years 1990 and 2006, those 11 states collectively saved over $440 million. Now I will talk to you about how school choice leads to competition, which leads to better education for the students. A report in 2013 titled "A Win-Win Solution" by the Friedman Institute for Educational Choice compiled 12 studies on school choice, and have found that in 11 of them, some of the students benefited from school choice, and in 6 of the studies, all the students benefited from school choice. And for those that think that the public schools suffer because of school choice, in the same report, they compiled 23 studies on the effects of school choice on public schools, and in 22 of them, they found that the public schools actually raise their education and students do better because of the competition with the other schools. And according to the website, minorities are affected much better by school choice. They found that blacks and Hispanics who spend at least 8 years in charter schools in New York have much higher math and reading levels than their counterparts in a traditional public school. And finally, I will discuss how school choice has led to innovation in teaching methods. And because of these different teaching methods, parents have a lot more choice of where to send their schools. Like in an article called "School Choice is Good for Teachers Too," 2 people named Anita Jones and Nate Smith set up a one-class micro school for them to be able to teach in the type of system they thought was best for their students. And due to all these innovations, like online schools or hybrid schools that are partially online and partially in class, or STEM schools, which are science and technology, engineering and mathematics schools that deal specifically with those subjects. And on top of that, parents now have the ability, or would have the ability, to send their kids to religious schools. And because of all this innovation, parents are able to pick the type of school that is good for their children socially, philosophically, and even religiously. In conclusion, I have shown you that school choice is better fiscally for the states and federal governments. I've showed you also that school choice is better for the students because they get a much better education because of the competition between schools. And also that school choice leads to innovation in teaching methods and the types of schools that are established. And that is why the federal government should legislate that all states institute some type of school choice within their educational system. And according to a survey by the American Federation for Children in January of 2016, 70% of Americans already agree with the fact that there should be some types of school choice in every state.
That's much better than the first time.
Yo, you just made one